Right, Buddy here from Backroad Buddies of Redtail Lodge, and today we want to share a video with you about the ghost towns in the Buena Vista area. Now, we stayed in the Hecla Junction campground, which is actually in Browns Canyon National Monument, and it's right along the Arkansas River. Now, we were coming from Mueller State Park, so we actually took the Gold Belt Scenic Byway to get over to Hecla Junction. And that kind of took us through the towns of Cripple Creek and Victor and Canyon City and Florence. Now, Cripple Creek, we actually stopped and had a little picnic lunch there, and along the main street in town there, Bennett Avenue, is a whole bunch of nice 19th century architecture. Even though most of the buildings are filled with casinos nowadays, they kept the original architecture there, which was really nice. And then in between Cripple Creek and Victor, you can actually see pretty well the current gold mine that's still in operation there, the Cripple Creek and Victor gold mine. It's an open pit mine. So when you're driving between the two towns, you can see it most of the way along the side of the road there. And then from Canyon City, we took US 50 over to Salida. And US 50, it's not part of a scenic byway, but maybe it should be, because it goes through a nice, pretty canyon right along the Arkansas River. And then we stopped again in Salida for ice cream. So check out Chill Salida Ice Cream Shop. It's really good ice cream. And they had their main street, which is F Street, closed off to vehicles because of COVID. So there was tables set up, and it was all really nice to stroll up and down and check out the 19th century architecture in that town as well. And then we made it over to Hecla Junction, and we stayed 3 nights in Hecla Junction. And it's down a dirt road for a few miles, but it's not too bad. And it's right on the Arkansas River, and it's a very popular boat ramp for whitewater rafters and kayakers. They really like to do the Arkansas River, the stretch there through Browns Canyon, which is a really popular route to take. So the campground, you can't quite see the boat ramp from the campground, so you weren't right on top of them, but it was kind of nice to go down to the river and watch the boats go by and go in and out. So that was a lot of fun. So the first full day we were there, we actually hung out around the campground and got some work done. And I took a stroll. There's a trail there right from Hecla Junction heading south along the river called the Arkansas River Trail. And so it goes about a mile. So it was just 2 miles altogether. So I took a nice stroll along there, and I've got some footage from that. It was really kind of pretty canyon rock formations and flowers and boats going by. So that was a nice, relaxing day. And in the evening, we actually met another couple that was traveling in a camper van. And so we kind of shared notes on our vans and checked each other's vans out. So that was a lot of fun. So we really enjoyed meeting them. That was JJ and Chesley. And then so the second full day we were in Hecla Junction is when we actually checked out the ghost towns. So the first one we went to is south of Buena Vista. It's down a county road, and it's dirt for the last few miles to get to St. Elmo. Now, St. Elmo technically isn't a ghost town because there are a few people that do occupy some of the houses there. And in fact, there's a general store that's in operation along with an antique shop that's open to the public. And there's even a hotel there, so you could actually spend the night in a ghost town. So that would probably be a pretty cool experience to try. So we checked out the ghost town there, and there's just, the buildings are set up kind of nice. There's plaques on most of the buildings that say what they are and what year they were built. And a lot of them you can peer in the windows. Now, in a non-COVID year, there are a few buildings, I believe, that are open that you can go into, but we couldn't go into any of them. But you could go up and peer in the windows. But you had to pay attention to the signs because people who actually live there don't want you peering into their houses. So pay attention to which ones are occupied and which ones aren't. So that was kind of neat, and the drive to get there is kind of nice too, because you go right by Mount Princeton and the Chalk Cliffs. And as we were heading back out, we actually stopped at a little viewpoint called Cascade Falls. So there's nice little falls there along Chalk Creek. So that was fun. And then from there, we went north of Buena Vista to, we actually went out a road past, I think it's Clear Creek Reservoir, and you keep going. And that was a pretty rough dirt road. And our original goal for the day was to go all the way out to Winfield Ghost Town, but we got a little tired of the really rough, bumpy road. It's a two-wheel drive road, and you can make it in two-wheel drive, but we were only going about 10 to 15 miles an hour, and it was pretty rough. So there's another ghost town before you get to Winfield called Vicksburg. And again, this technically wasn't a ghost town because there's actually some people who still own the houses there and live there part-time. So technically it's not a ghost town, but it's, I mean, and all of these ghost towns really popped up during all the big mining era. And so there's a museum there, and another building that's normally open, and of course they weren't open because of COVID, but we could peer in the windows and check out the buildings and the other houses from outside. So it was kind of a neat experience to stop and see too. And it wasn't as touristy as St. Elmo. There's a lot of people that go to St. Elmo, but probably because it's a rough road to get to Vicksburg, we were the only ones there. So it was a little more peaceful. And then from there we went back to Buena Vista and got some ice cream. I think it was called Louie's ice cream there on the main street through town, and then headed back to Hecla Junction for the evening. So we really had a really kind of fun, relaxing time in the area. So hope you enjoy it as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Buena Vista Ghost Towns. thanks for watching. And if you want more information about our stay there, you can check out the link in the description below to our related blog post. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Ta-ta for now.